All right. It's I mean, obviously the season's not over, but the regular season being over, it's been a crazy year. So I just obviously I just first off just want to thank just everybody that helps put the games on, all the administrators and all the marketing people and um, all the facility people, the grounds people. They work so hard, and the field looks awesome. And we had some great crowds this week with the full capacity, and it was fun to finish the season at home, and just felt like it was a pretty cool situation. So obviously grateful for the student managers that we have that just work their tails off all day just to help us and help our players, and obviously my entire support staff has just been awesome. So it was a great way to finish the season. Our first sweep, um, and we obviously we played really well. The wind obviously really affected the offense. It was really about pitching and defense and getting those timely hits and getting on base. And every 90 feet was going to be important. So Nick Romano gets a huge hit. Obviously, no Orlando with runner at third base, and they play the infield back because there's a runner at second, and does his job, gets the ground ball up the middle to score a run for the go-ahead run. So, and then obviously Kenny Servo pitched awesome. We needed it. And then Vespi and Litch, obviously, it's just great to have Litch back to close the games out and have guys in their normal roles. So that was awesome. And I'm just proud of the kids. And obviously we're playing really well. So hopefully we can ride this out, and just kind of use this as a springboard for the week. And it's about who's the hottest team, and it's going to be challenging, and a lot of teams, playing well right now, especially in our bracket. So we just got to go out there and worry about winning the first game and and try to make a run here.
How hard is it to sweep in this conference with the 4 games on a weekend? It just seems like very few teams have been able to do that. How hard is it, and how good are you feeling just about the team in general heading into next week, especially with the way you guys pitched?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really difficult. Winning double headers, 2 games in a double header is really hard. And then obviously winning 4 games is really, really difficult. So that was very challenging. So just proud of the kids. Obviously really difficult the first time we did it all year, even before non-conference, we were playing 3-game series. So, but obviously the way we pitched, hopefully just, again, we hadn't been doing as well as we had early on in the year. So hopefully just gave us a lot of confidence. We can go out this week and kind of again just ride the wave of what we were able to do this weekend from a lot of different standpoints. And we hit the ball really, really well. I mean, felt like we should have had 3 or 4 home runs every single night, or balls that were driven that should have been base hits, that just the wind knocked down. And they had a couple on Friday that affected them, but I felt like every game we had a bunch. And so again, we talk a lot about the quality at bats, and we got to take those as positives and just know that we're swinging it really well. The runs didn't equate to that, but we know that we were barreling up a lot of balls, and then we pitched really well. We played good defense, and we just got to go out there and continue to play like that. Nothing changes. The game doesn't change starting on Tuesday. It's the same exact game. We just got to continue to worry about ourselves and keep playing the way we're playing, but definitely hopefully gives us some confidence the way we played this weekend to kind of bring that into the tournament and continue to play like that.
Coach, you said yesterday that you wanted to evaluate how Serwa did over 80 pitches, but you also mentioned how it would be about 5 innings. Serwa ended up going 7. So what do you think about his appearance tonight, and how important it was to your bullpen as well, since only Vespi and Litchfield were out today?
Yeah, I mean, it was good that we got some guys some rest. Obviously, a bunch of those guys threw 30-something pitches. Vespi was the only one that had to pitch today that did that, but I really wanted to see him pitch twice this week because he's been in elongated relief appearances the last few weeks. So it was good to get him back out there just so that he's prepared for that. But obviously Kenny was getting ahead and getting a lot of first pitch outs and a lot of first pitch weak contact, and being able to attack the zone, and didn't get behind in the count very much. So kept his pitch count down. And obviously the game was close. So just felt like he was doing such a good job, and we'd rather save some of those guys in the bullpen that we didn't need to push, and just felt like he deserved to go out there and try to pitch as long as he possibly could. But we knew we wanted Litchfield to get in the game, just only pitching 19 pitches on Friday and not pitching for 2 weeks. We wanted to make sure we got him 2 outings, so we knew he was going to throw no matter what. And then, the other guys were kind of up in the air. If it was a 3-run game or 4-run game, we probably would have gone a different direction. But being close, you get competitive, you want to win. So you put Vespi in and get him an inning, and then obviously Litch coming in to close the door. But Kenny did a great job, gave us a great start, and gave us a chance to win the game.
Coach, what did you kind of just think of the atmosphere this weekend? It seemed like the most normal weekend, since last year before everything shut down. Some good crowds, a lot of little league kids out there. What did you just kind of think of the atmosphere finally to have it back?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it felt like a real game here. It felt like the crowd was big and makes it more uncomfortable, like I talked about yesterday. So it's a lot better than it's been all year. And, it's just fun to be able to play in front of a home crowd. I feel like just, you're playing – inter-squad games almost all year, but just playing against somebody else with not a lot of fans and parents and everything like that. And, with the little league kids out there, it's awesome. You just want to, hopefully those kids are future knights, and you just want them out here watching us and being around our players and hopefully dreaming at night about wanting to come here and play here. So having little kids here is awesome. And it's good for our players just to be able to interact with them after the game and stuff. Just haven't had that. Been a very, very weird year. So, but good to know this weekend that we got a little bit of normalcy and, especially for all the young guys that are coming back, just kind of see what this is really like. And can't wait to do it bigger and better next year.
How would you evaluate the performances of Nick Romano and Noah Orlando tonight, being back in the lineup, and getting the only 2 RBIs of the night?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. We talk about being prepared and ready when you're on the bench and when you're not starting. And, just wanted to get those guys in the game, get them some at-bats, just need them, whether it's pinch hit or start against a left-hander. We're going to need some of those guys to be able to help us. So just try to get them some at-bats today. Neither of them have gotten many lately. So just wanted to get them out there on the field and, kind of remember what that feeling was like. But again, we talk so much about being prepared. You never know when your number is going to call. You're always an injury away. You never know what we're going to need. And you got to make batting practice important and practice important. And, you got to pay attention on the bench and do a lot of visualization, and you got to be mentally tough. So just proud of those kids to go out there today and to, get the 2 big hits that end up winning the game for us. So just a great job of them by doing their stuff, outside of the game time, and making it important so that they're prepared when their number was called.
Cincinnati is really hot right now with the way they played at Tulane. Obviously, you're going to play them on Tuesday morning. What's your expectation when you face the Bearcats? Yeah, I mean, they're always a team that plays hot, and a northern team that as the weather gets hot, they get hot, and it's been like that for the last couple of years under Coach Googans, and he did a great job at Xavier, and we obviously know each other really, really well. I consider him a great friend, and so this is Scott Googans types teams. They're physical. They got a lot of power. They got Merce at the top of the lineup that can run. And obviously their pitching has been really good. I mean, the Shanley kid, for 4 years has struggled throwing strikes and has just really figured it out and been a monster on the mound. And, and then obviously they got some guys in the bullpen with the McCarthy kid coming from Elon and, so they got guys at the back end too. So it's going to be a huge challenge. Be a big 6'4" lefty throwing up to 95, and he pitched well against us up there. So and we're going to need Hunter to go out, and Hunter didn't start against them up there. So but we're going to need him to go out and just be Hunter. And we need all of our guys just go out and play the way that they're capable of playing. I don't need anybody to rise above or do more than what they've done all year. If we just play. Everybody plays, as close to their best game as we possibly can. We know we got a great shot at winning this whole thing. So it's going to be a huge challenge. 2 hot teams going after it, 2 really good left-handed pitchers going after it. We just got to be the team that's tougher and plays better defense and gets the big hits.
Coach, you're going to be going out against Cincinnati at 9 a.m. if I believe the schedule is correct. You haven't had a game start that early all season. The earliest game that I can look was actually against Cincinnati earlier this season at 10 a.m. What's it like to prepare for your team for a morning game like that?
If they can't get geeked up to play in a huge game like this at 9 a.m., they got something wrong with them. Obviously it's a little tougher because kids are night owls. But again, I think when you show up to the field and you realize what's on the line and what we're playing for, they're going to get jacked up pretty quickly. We'll do our best to get them prepared. We got 10 a.m. practice on Monday, so we'll have to get up early and get ready for that. And then, hopefully they'll get to bed early and get as much sleep as they possibly can. And then again, when umpire says play ball, I don't really care what time it is. If it's 9 in the morning or 10 o'clock at night, at this time of year, man, it's what we play for. It's a lot of fun. Tournament time is always a different thing, a beast, and it's special. And I don't think they'll have any problems getting geeked up and ready to go.
Coach, what kind of growth have you seen from Hunter Patterson this season, and what do you want to see from him on Tuesday?
Yeah, it's been crazy, and I think I talked about it maybe on Friday a little bit, but I had high hopes for him. I told a lot of people that I wouldn't be shocked if he overtook Colton as the number one guy on our team before the season started. Just the maturity that I had seen from last year into the fall and going into the spring was awesome. He gets off to a really bad start. Bounces back pretty well against Ole Miss, and then just scuffled. But we made some mechanical issues. We thought he was tipping some pitches. We kind of figured that out. He embraced the role of being in the bullpen and going out, and he pitched in some huge innings, and just kept getting better. And you just saw the stuff starting to get back to where it was, the confidence starting to get back where it was. So I'm really proud of him. He didn't pout when I took him out of the rotation. He didn't complain. He just said, just give me the ball when you need me and I'll be ready to go. And he just worked and worked and worked. And whether it was appearances or his bullpens or just his catch play, he consistently got better every single day, worked himself back. And when we needed him to step up and come back into the rotation, he was prepared and ready. And he's been phenomenal since that moment that we put him back in the game. So again, I don't need Hunter to do anything different than what he's done the last few weeks. Just continue to be him. Just pitch the way that he's capable of pitching, attack the zone and trust his stuff, and be the guy that he's been the last 4 weeks. And that's it. That's all I need. I don't need anything more than that. And I expect him to be able to go out and do exactly what we need from him.
Coach, you with this series sweep, you finished the season at 28-28. What does it mean to you to finish the regular season at an even 500?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm glad we got back to 500. I guess being 500 is not something I'm running around being proud of, I guess. But the fact that we were under 500, 4 games under 500 coming into last week, and we're able to get back, and the kids, especially the hitters, really talked about that before the game in their scouting report meeting, that they wanted to get back to 500. It meant something to them, which is good. We had something to play for. Obviously we kind of had an idea, although Tulane scored 6 there in the 9th, that I was unaware of for a little while, but we thought the game was out of hand when the game started. But the kids knew they had something to play for in terms of wanting to get to 500. So, I think they really worked hard. They know that's not a true representation of what we are and who we are as a group. We just had a lot of, things that haven't gone our way that has affected our ability to play as good as we needed to. And then obviously we just have had a lot of 11 one-run losses. I mean, when you go 11 and I think we're 4-11 now, or whatever the case is, you flip that record, that one-run ball game record, and go 11-4, man, it's a totally different season. So it's been tough, but with a lot of young guys and starting so many freshmen and COVID freshmen and all that, and so many freshmen pitching for us, guys that even again, Ben McCabe is our only offensive guy that had quality playing time that on our team. Last year we had 18 games, but other than that, nobody had gone through a full season of having to play and ride that wave of emotion of all that kind of stuff. So proud of the offense for really maturing over the course of the year. And as we got more and more at bats and we got more and more comfortable and we started buying more of the game plans, and just be tougher and relax, we had way more success. So I'm just proud of the way that we've come, but I'm proud of the kids for fighting to find a way to get back to 500, as much as that is not fun to say.
Coach, I know when you get to Clearwater, you have a job to do. Your goal is to try to win a championship, but how much of a reward is that for the teams? I understand unless things have changed, you guys stay on the beach, a little bit of change of scenery. You play in a great, minor league ballpark. How much of that trip is a reward for the guys after it's been kind of a difficult year plus?
Yeah, I think normally it's probably not as cool for our kids as it is for everybody, and probably not as South Florida, the fact that they can go to the beach anytime they want to and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's really cool for all the other teams. But I do think for this season, it is way different. I mean, it's just been a grind from the protocol stuff to just the hoops and ladders that they've had to jump through and just the way we played and all that kind of stuff. Like, I do think this might be a little bit different for everybody, probably for USF, the same thing. Just I think we've all just been worn down in the last 15 months, and losing the season and riding that roller coaster, and then obviously it's been great to stay home and watch my son play baseball and be with the family, but not recruiting last summer and not doing any of that stuff, and in the fall just flipped upside down with things that we were having to do to in order just to have practice or just to have kids at the facility and all that kind of stuff. And then obviously even through this season, it's been difficult. And the kids have had to, really, put the reins on a lot of the off the field stuff. And we've had to put the reins on some team stuff, and so I think this will be a little different for everybody. I think for the whole, again, the whole conference, just getting this and just being able to kind of have what you kind of said, a reward or whatnot. Like, I think it'll be fun, and hopefully it'll be more fun if we can win some games and kind of push it to and try to make a run.
What are you hoping to see from your team in the conference tournament? Just
go out and compete. Just go play our baseball. I mean, again, we talk every day about getting better and playing our best baseball at the end of the year. We felt like we played really good baseball this weekend, and so we just want to go out and control the things that we can control. Go out and be ourselves. Doesn't guarantee us a win, but knows that gives us the best chance of winning. And if we go out and lose and we play great baseball, I'll be okay with that. You know what I mean? So we got to go out there and just continue to play. Nothing changes from the game. It's no different whether it's at the Phillies park, our park, at Tulane's park. The ball's the same. The distances are the same. Like, it's the same kids that we've been playing all year. So nothing changes. We obviously embraced what is the carrot at the end of this thing, but we got to focus on winning the first pitch and just continue to be ourselves. And so I just hope our kids relax, have fun, enjoy the moment, and just go out and play the night baseball that we've prepared for for the last 15 months to get to this moment.